award-winning concession stand and get something to eat, something to drink. I heard they had chicken biscuits. They might even have some coffee. I know they've got Diet Coke. Diet Coke, a cool, refreshing drink. Head by the galley and get yourself some Raider treats. R. This just in. Walton's broadcasting team, a student-run organization known as RaiderVision, an extension of Walton Sports Media and AVTF Broadcasting, is going to be streaming today's game on RaiderVision. Look up YouTube, Walton Raider, and you can watch the game live. If you've got friends near and far, families near and far that cannot make it to today's game here in Raider Valley, go ahead and search up YouTube, Walton Raider, and you guys can watch the game live. Courtesy of Walton Sports Broadcasting. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Go ahead. Tahaji Hankerson, captains for Campbell.
All right, Raider Valley, welcome back to another 7th grade football game here. I'm Sam Visconti, and I'm joined here with Lorelai Gunnels. How are we doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm really excited to watch this amazing football game. I mean, coming off of a loss against Roswell isn't the greatest thing, but I'm really hoping it'll push our players to really go out there and show what they're made of.
Yeah, here, as we're facing Campbell, the previous game here, the 6th grade game, Walton demolished them 41-0. We'll see how Campbell does in this game. Campbell is usually traditionally a heavy run offense. They don't usually pass the ball. It's going to be a busy day for Walton linebackers.
It will be, but if Walton's somehow able to stop the run game and force them into passing, it's going to be a big deal for them, as we've seen. As Sam said, that Campbell isn't really a passing team, so it can really work in our favor.
Yeah, and a player that's going to get most of the action here for Walton is Jake Basulto. He's going to be busy today stopping those runs. Future 5-star linebacker. Excited to see him play.
It's really the future of Walton's defense.
Yeah, and also some other players to note here. Walton's quarterback, Brando Tabor, been doing really good this season. He's been making some great throws, especially in our last broadcasted game versus Cherokee. That was a great game from Tabor, a big bounce back.
And another player to be looking out for is Cal Kirchhoff. He's just an outstanding running back and really knows how to make those explosive plays happen to help Walton get into scoring position and get into the red zone.
And also look at number 13, Walker Dial. He is the tight end for this team, a monster.
Big shout out and welcome to
He'll be a big help.
We really need those players to really make those plays when they can to get scoring early, because that's really going to be the difference in this game, is scoring early. I feel like Campbell is a very momentum-based team, and if they get, especially their run game going early, it's going to be really, really hard to, stop the train on the tracks. And I think that's just what this game's going to be all about.
All right, here, Campbell looking to kick it off here. Start the game here. Campbell kicking it off here. Number 1, Kurt Robertson to kick it off. Kick is to the right, and it's going to fall out of bounds.
It's going to fall out of bounds around the 25-yard line, a little bit shorter, maybe. It's a pretty good kick, actually. 24. Yeah.
All right, here comes this Walton offense and Brando Tabor. We've been a bit of a mixed offensive bad. We have certain trends in our games where we like to pass or we focus on the run game. What do you think we need to do here, Lorelai?
I think you need to focus on the run game early and try to establish that to go ahead and get it going. And then once that kind of gets working, well, you go to the pass game and try to score those touchdowns early, like we were talking about, to go ahead and jump on this Campbell defense. I think if you can keep the defense on for a while, you're going to be fine as they start to tire out.
Like there's a flag.
Ball is spotted on the 35-yard line. It'll be first and 10 Raiders.
35.
That'll work for us. I'll take that.
Two wide receivers out. Interesting formation here from Walton. Sorry, there's Brandon Tabor is not in the game. That is Grayson Dickers. Looks like Tabor
Short
might
run
be
by
injured.
Kirchhoff. Flag on the play.
Nice
or
little
he's
run
on the
there.
sideline. So maybe he got benched here. Grayson Dickers is in the game. I believe that is his first start.
Hopefully we'll see big things of them. Actually, on Wednesday, they have what they call a JV game, where some of their bench players that don't necessarily have a spot on the field yet are able to get some playing time against other teams and really develop, which I think is really interesting, and maybe that's where he kind of showed himself and was able to get a spot on this field.
Yeah, you might be right there. Looks like it's
another
there's a
flag.
Will be against Campbell. Gonna drop back about 5 yards.
Penalty was against Campbell. Ball is placed on the 41-yard
We're
line.
on the 40-yard line here.
First and 5, Raiders.
First and 5. Here's Dickers. He's going to take it himself. Dickers to the left side of the field, and he's in for the first down.
I really like that play call. I think using the quarterback's legs early in the game is really establishing
Grayson Dirks on the
dual
run
passing,
gets
running
enough
threat,
for the
and
first
really
down.
give something to the Campbell defense to think about in those 4th and 1 situations. Like, are
Number
they going to
7,
pass it? Are they going to throw it? You
Moore
don't know.
on the tackle.
And those QB runs, it's a pretty good way of fooling the defense.
Yes, it's been very, very, very beneficial to quarterbacks. I mean, you see it in, Lamar Jackson especially really gets a lot of his runs and great stats off of those runs that he has and really is able to help his team out.
Here's first and 10 here. Here's Dickers. He's going to take himself again, but it goes nowhere.
Walton's having some trouble establishing their run game early. They might have to go to those pass games instead of focusing on establishing
1 yard loss on the play.
Wouldn't necessarily be the greatest thing, but if they're able to score an early touchdown off of it, we'll definitely take that.
Number 65, James White on that tackle. Here's 2nd and 10 here. Here's Dickers. Fake the handoff. He's going to go for it again.
To another quarterback run.
And he'll get about 2 yards on the play. 1 yard, my apologies. It's going to be 3rd and long here.
Grayson Dirks on the run.
Or like, how would you play this game if you're Walton?
Jonathan Pierre on the tackle.
This play, I would definitely throw it. I think that's your only option here. I would try to go to maybe a short slant pass to the running back and see if he could get some yards off of it, or even going to Walker Dial and see if he can maybe get it in for a touchdown. I'm not sure yet, but I definitely think it's important they score off this drive. There we go.
Throw it. It is caught. Nice catch there. Number 25, Bryce Kitzler on the catch.
Rando's pass
and that is a first down for Walton.
I really like that play call. I think that was very, very beneficial.
A gang of Spartans on the tackle. Ball is placed on the 43-yard line.
And Walton's going to
First
go
and
quick
10,
here.
Raiders.
Here's Dickers going to have
another
screen option here. Cal Kirchhoff, he's going to get his way
Kirchhoff
to about
on the
70
run.
yards.
Something I loved about that play is how Cal Kirchhoff was able to really see the field and see the space that he had to work with and really work around some of those tackles and blocks. I think that was really, really impressive from him.
I also like that quick play, the screen option being there immediately, the Campbell defense not being able to identify it. Great play there.
I think being able to get the ball off really, really fast is something that's really, really helpful to quarterbacks. It can really throw the defense off because they don't have time to adjust to, where your receivers are going or your tight ends.
Here's Dickers just going to hand it off here. That's Kirchhoff. He's going to get
Cal Kirchhoff on the run.
Just
Number
short
17,
of the first down.
Blake Subtle
Going to be
on the
gain of
tackle.
2 there.
It's 3rd and 1.
Seeing a little more progress.
Here's 3 receivers out here for Walton.
I wonder if they're going to try to go for a deep pass here. Create some space.
Man in motion here from Walton. That's Tabor. He's back in the game. Handoff to Kirchhoff. And they will mark him for the first
Cal
down.
on the run gets enough for the first down.
Tabor back in the game. Maybe that was just giving him a break,
Yeah, a little surprise later. I really liked how they used those receivers as more of like diversions to give, the secondary something more to cover so they can't come in and try to stop the run for the first down. I think that was very well done.
Here's Tabor. He's going to hand it off again to Kirchhoff. Kirchhoff's going to find his way to the 30.
And there you see it again. Kirchhoff is just able to create space in those tense pockets of, a lot of people on the line of scrimmage and able to go in for those extra yard gains. It's very, very, very big for their Walton offense.
Now I got to mention here, DC Bruner Jr., son of Coach Bruner here, playing wide receiver for this Walton 7th grade team.
He's been pretty legit lately. He's done some great things on this field.
Here's Tabor. The screen to Walker Deal. Deal gonna break a tackle. Get some extra yardage there.
Rando's pass is complete to
yards
Walker,
after contact.
the natural disaster.
He's just so big and able to break tackles.
Number
And
9.
honestly, if he can just develop that stiff arm, he's going to be very unstoppable.
Ball is placed on the 26-yard line. Third
We're at
down
the
Raiders.
26 here. Stacking the box here, it looks like.
Looks like there is a false start on the play.
Or sorry, it's going to be encroachment on the defense. They'll back him up.
Gosh, Campbell's just been very, very
Flag
sloppy
on
on
the
those
play.
penalties, which is really going to create opportunities for
That'll
Walton
be
to
a
come in
first
and
down for the
score. I think
Raiders.
they've gotten like maybe 15
Ball
yards
is
just
placed on
off of
the
penalties
21-yard
early in
line.
this game.
Yeah, first down here for Walton now. Many Raiders here in the box here. Just DeBoer. He's going to shovel it to Walker Deal. Not much of a gain there. About 2 yards, I'd say.
Shovel pass to the natural disaster.
They call it the natural disaster.
I love that.
On the tackle.
I like that shovel pass. I think it's very, very interesting when
1 yard
coaches
gain
are
on
able
the
to
play,
create
second
creative
and
plays
9,
that
Raiders.
really throw the defense off guard, and they don't really know that that's coming. One of my favorites is the flea flicker. I just think you never see that coming, but a shuttle pass is definitely one of those other plays that can create a lot of damage.
Here's 2nd and 9 here for Walton. Here's
I saw-
DeBoer. Oh, he fumbles the ball, but he goes right on top of it. It's going to be unfortunate. Fortunate there for Walton. It's going to drop him back about 6 yards.
Ooh, that's not
from the
good.
line of scrimmage.
Really have to, at this level, it's really important that you're able to give your quarterback a chance to catch the ball. It was a very high snap, and though he should have brought it down, it's just important that you don't start behind the 8 ball before the play even begins.
Yeah, and that replay there, just great job to just get on top of the ball when it was a high snap.
Yes.
Here's a 3rd and long here to Boer. Just gonna hand it off, gonna look for a field goal, possibly. Could be out of range for middle school, I'm not sure.
I think they can do it. I think we have a pretty good kicker, if I remember correctly.
Team is staying on the field, however, on the 4th and long. They're gonna go for it, looks like.
I like that gutsy call so early in the game. Really establishes the threat of the Walton offense.
And it looks like a
Timeout, Walton.
is called on the field for
4th down and
Walton.
long.
You're on 4th and 15.
Ball is currently on the
Lorelei,
26-yard line.
What do you think they're talking about in the huddle?
I think they're talking about who they're going to pass it to. I wouldn't be surprised if they go back to Walker Dial and see if he can create some space and, throw some people down in order to get that first down. It's a very long first down, but they might even just decide to go deep for a touchdown. But they have to pass it here.
Yeah, I think the 26-yard line is just a little bit too far for Walton to kick a field goal.
Mm-hmm.
That's more Daniel Strickland range than middle school,
Yes, sir.
I'd say.
Taking a while in that huddle. I wonder what they're talking about. Maybe they'll come up with something like another creative play. Wouldn't mind that.
Fake punt?
Fake punt? Ooh, I like that idea. I don't know. I really think it's too short of yardage to go for a punt here.
All right, here's DeBoer on a 4th and 15. 2 minutes left in the first quarter. You're at the 26. DC Bruner in motion. And it looks like timeout called
Timeout, Walton again.
from Walton.
Looks like
Once
the coaches are
again,
gonna
a little bit of
think about it.
miscommunication there. Just got to waste another timeout. They only have 1 remaining.
It's very interesting to see what they're going to do here. I wouldn't be surprised if they ended up trying just to get Campbell offsides, because they have been very sloppy with those penalties. That could be something they're contemplating and going over, but I think at this point, you'd have to call a timeout in order to do that, and they just they can't afford those timeouts since they only have 1 left for the rest of the first half.
Yeah, you're right about that here. Here's 4th and 15. Brando Tabor coming back onto the field. Yeah, it looks like they're going to go for that pass line. 4 wide receivers on the left side, plus Walker Deal.
It wouldn't surprise me if they tried to really separate those receivers out and give the quarterback some space
Here's
to run.
Tabor
Possibly.
dropping back. Tabor is
That's
good
good.
looking long. It is dropped by Walker Deal. Incomplete.
It's just a great pass by the
Deep
quarterback
pass
there.
from Brando.
And a
intended for
turnover
Walker
on downs
Dial.
for Walton.
Pass is
And we
deflected.
will see Campbell offense. It looks like Walker Deal
Spartans take over on downs.
looks like coming with an injury here.
That's going to be a big loss to the Raiders on their offense. He's one of those very, very influential playmakers on their team. But without him, it's really going to fall on DC Bruner and the other in the right receiver core to really make those plays happen.
Oh, the best here for Walker Deal as he's down.
Looks like he's getting up pretty well.
Steers going to walk to the sidelines. Hope he avoided the injury there.
Me too. He's just a great player. Would hate to see him go down.
All right, here comes this Walton defense. Here, led by number 62, Jake Basulto, future 5-star linebacker.
The Spartans take over on downs at the 26-yard
He's
line.
one of
1
those
minute,
players that you just
56
have to look out
seconds
for
left to play
on
in this
the defensive
third
line,
quarter.
especially as a quarterback being in the pocket, because he can just show up out of nowhere and take you down.
Here's Aaron Haynes to hand it off. That is stopped by the Raiders. Nice play there from the Walton defense.
That's a big stop from the Raiders early in the Campbell's first drive. As we talked about earlier, their run game is how they're going to get that yardage, and if they're able to stop it, it's going to be very, very big for them.
And a gang of Raiders on the tackle. Gain of 1 on the play. On the run, number 1, Kurt Robertson.
All right, here's a 2nd and 9 here for Campbell. Another handoff here. It's a big run. There's number 1, Kurt Robertson. He's going to go down the sideline. Robertson has room, and he will go all the way. Touchdown, Campbell.
It's just a rough play to let happen in the second drive of Campbell's offense. It's really difficult. However, this being their first drive, this is what they've prepared for, and they know what your defense is going to do. They've studied you, so it's really not that big of a deal if they can just go back, score another touchdown, and they'll be fine. It's not really that much to worry about.
Yeah, as you said earlier, Campbell's offense is reliant on number 1, Kurt Robertson. He is a beast. He is really fast too, as we saw in that play. Going to be a bit of a challenge for Walton if they want to stop him,
And see, now they know what he's planning on doing. They know his run style, and they're able to make adjustments for that, hopefully, in Campbell's next drive.
They're going to go for 2 here, it looks like. Going to Robertson again, and it looks like
they have stopped him.
they stuffed him. That is right.
That is another very,
Point
very big
after
stop for
is
the Walton
no good.
defense.
A host of Raiders holding up number 1, Kurt Robertson.
Yeah, on
Scores
the replay.
6-0.
Nice
Campbell.
play from the Walton defense.
Something I'm liking about the Walton defense right now is they just refuse to give up. Even if during the first push they don't succeed, they're able to rally together and really drive the running back.
We'd like to honor our Walton varsity players that have come to show up here. It looks like Noah LaValle, Danny Iser, and Jack Clem coming to show up for this Walton middle school team.
It's really a big deal. They have morning film studies on Saturdays after their games, which last night they won against, who was it?
Etowah,
42-8, which was really big. Nori Thompson had 3 rushing touchdowns. Ethan Baker had a 64-yard touchdown. And Bryant Gunnels had a 67-yard punt, which was really big.
Here's the kickoff here. It's a little bit low. Nice bounce. Oh, and ball's loose, but it goes out of bounds.
Got lucky on that one.
DC Bruner could not hold on to it, but luckily it got out of bounds. And here comes this Walton offense once again here at the 34.
As the Walton offense comes onto this field, I just want to shout out some of our sponsors: the Butler
Looks
Family
like the ball is being
Foundation,
placed
the
on the
Dial
34
Family
yard
Foundation, Rohan Law, your best friend on your worst day, Peach Out Yoga Power, and the Gott family, and finally Precision Builds for all your computer needs.
And thank you to our sponsors. Without them, we wouldn't be doing this broadcast. Thank you.
And just make everything happen for just Walton as a whole. All of our sports really rely on them.
All right, here's Brenda Tabor back out here for Walton. Tabor gonna just hand it off, but he is stuffed. Cal Kirchhoff goes nowhere.
On the run. Gets the ball out.
Cal Kirchhoff did a good job on that one, as he was kind of stuffed early in the backfield with a big hit, but he was able to come off that with a nice little spin move and able to try to get a little more yardage, though I don't think that endeavor succeeded very well.
So the refs discussing with coaches here.
Looks like 2nd and 9 for the Raiders. 33 seconds left in the first quarter.
2nd and 9 here at the 35 and 33 seconds left in the first quarter. Campbell's up 6-0. Here's Tabor on a 2nd and 9 here. And it looks like
flag on the play.
There's a flag.
Against Campbell.
It's going to be against Campbell here. Looks like encroachment most likely.
That is their 4th foul of the game so far, which is really something for Walton to take note of when, again, they're in those situations when they have 3rd and long, just to know there's a good chance that we can get these guys to jump off sides.
And that will be the end of the first quarter here.
And that's
Walton
the end of the quarter.
Down 6-0 to Campbell here. What are some big takeaways from this Walton offense?
Big round of applause for your Walton
I think the Walton offense really needs to focus on the pass game. I think they've tried the run game, they've tried to establish it. It's just not working at the moment. They really need to not really abandon that, but also at the same time work on getting those long passes downfield, because they need that yardage to be able to stay in this game.
Yeah, and also for the defense, how do you think they're going to be able to stop number 1 Kurt Robertson? He is a really power running back who has the speed. How do you think Walton has to stop him?
They just have to see him early in the backfield. They have to hit him before he can get going. It's almost like a Derrick Henry situation with the Ravens. He's impossible to stop when he has a head full of steam and he's just going. But if they can hit him early in the backfield, I think they'll be fine. And we've seen that in 2 plays, their attempt to convert for 2, and then the first play of their drive, they were able to stuff the running back in the backfield and prevent that gain of yardage.
All right. Here we go, as we're about to start the second quarter here. 8-minute quarters here in middle school football. A little shorter. Here's Brenda Tabor on a 2nd and 3. Tabor fakes the handoff. His throw was a little bit high for number 4, Grayson Dickers.
That play was just a really well called play with the slant and the running, number, I think, 23 coming in to receive that pass. If the pass had just been a little bit lower, they would have definitely completed that pass.
Walker Deal still on the sideline from that injury in the first quarter. All right, 3rd and 3 here for Walton. Here's Tabor, gonna fake the handoff, looking for DC Bruner. He catches it, but he is short of the first down.
I'm curious, Sam, what do you think they're gonna do here? Do you think they're gonna go for it?
I mean, it's a 4th and short here.
Number 4.
They're in a pretty good position, but
however, if they don't get it, they're also gonna leave Campbell with some great, position on the field.
It's not like that in our 4th down where it was like a 4th and 15.
He gets enough.
Or wait, they'll call a first down. Wait. It will be a first down apparently. No need for the 4th down conversion. Campbell stuck in the box here. Here's a handoff. Here's Kirchhoff. Kirchhoff is going to be stuffed for about a
run.
1 yard gain.
Gains 2 yards. Ball is on
I really want to highlight the offensive line here. They just did a
It'll be
great
second
job
and
of
8.
in the pass pro and blocking the defensive line from getting into the quarterback when the box was so stacked against them.
Second and 8 here at the 38-yard line. 6 minutes left in the second quarter. Here's DeBoer, gonna fake the handoff. DeBoer looking long, it's nearly intercepted.
I like that ambitious attempt of the pass, but I think there's just too many people in that area to go
Random
to
pass
who they
is
decided to
incomplete.
go to, number 25. But I like how they are trying to incorporate more of that pass game. I think they've had 3 attempts in this last drive.
Number 11, Jarrell Hilton, nearly intercepting it. And it looks like Walker Deal is back
Ball
in
is
the
on
game for
46
Walton.
yard line.
All right, 3rd and 8 here. Here's DeBoer. He's gonna take it himself. DeBoer breaks tackles and is short of the first down, it looks like.
I just love how they're using
Brando,
the
table
quarterback
number
to
10
run. I
with
think
the
that is
quarterback
just
keeper.
really,
He
really
gets the
smart
ball
play
all the
calling
way out
and
to
kind of
the
knowing your situation.
48-yard
As you can see,
line.
he's able to create space
That
around the
brings
line
up
of scrimmage and really
4th
go
and
pick
2
up those extra
for the
yards.
Raiders.
Even though he's short, it really opens the door for them to possibly convert on a 4th down.
Yeah, it looks like Walton's gonna go for it here. 4th and 2 at midfield, it looks like.
I just love how aggressive Walton's being right now.
And you have to if you're down.
Yes. It's going to be very, very big for them if they can go down and score a touchdown here.
Here's Tabor. He's going to hand it off to Kirkov, and he gets the first down. Nice play call
Cal
there from
Kirkhoff
Walton.
with some hard
Campbell
running
was
in between the
definitely
tackles
expecting a
gets
pass
enough
there
for
along
a
the line.
first
I think
down.
Kirkhoff did a
Raiders.
great job of just being patient on that line of scrimmage because you can see the first wave of the defensive line comes in. He kind of dodges a tackle there, and he's able to go right through it. And I think that's really, really important in a running back.
All right, here's a 1st and 10 here. Run from Kirkov. Gets a pretty solid gain here of about 5 yards or 6.
Kirkhoff with another great run.
Gosh, I really think getting that pass game going was the key to opening
Number 9.
the run game. I think
Best
as soon as they started making those completions, they gave the defense something else to worry about, and that created more space for the running backs to go ahead and get going.
Took an injury timeout here. A Walton player is down, it looks like. Not sure who it is. Hopefully he'll be okay. Looks like he will get up. That looks to be number 35. That's Cal Kirchhoff. That's the starting running back. He is
That's just someone that's going to be devastating to lose so early in this game, especially as you're just getting the run game going. Really hope he's okay, and we'll see him back on the field soon.
And we'll see how he does here. In place of him, number 12, Joey Adiyami here will be in the backfield for Walton. Here's a 2nd and 5 here. Here's Tabor. Gonna fake the handoff. He's gonna throw. It's caught. Walker Deal. And Deal's stopped.
Pass is complete
And
to
that will be a
Walker
tackle.
Dial.
That will be for a loss of about a yard.
Loss of 1 on the play brings up 3rd and long for the Raiders.
That was just some great pass pro by Joey Adiyami. He really picked up that block and just gave his quarterback just a few more seconds to make that big completion and allow the Raiders to try to get a little more yardage.
All right, Tabor here in Campbell territory. off to Adiyami. Pretty solid run, but it is not enough for the first down. Going to be about a 4th and 2 here, I'd say.
Number 12, Joey Adeyemi on the run.
Oh, and Adeyemi is down on the ground.
Is on the 37-yard line.
He's injured. I'm not sure who the third stringer here is. We can't keep losing our running back.
This is why those JV games on Wednesday are going to be so beneficial to the Walton team, because it's going to give other people who maybe are the third string and don't really have an opportunity to play some reps, that if your first and second string do go down, you have something to work with at least, and it's not like their first time on the field.
Yeah, those GV games are going to really help here. Adeyemi is
4 minutes, 42 seconds left in this first half.
Maybe a
Score is
hamstring.
6-0.
Sure.
Campbell Spartans.
Hope he's okay.
Just hate to see them both go down so soon too. Adeyemi was doing really, really well, just both with picking up a block and having a fantastic run so early.
As Walton's running back room fades, it looks like Cal Kirchhoff is back in the game. Nice to see that.
That's very good for our Walton offense.
Here's a 4th and 3 here for Walton. Here's Brando Tabor. Take Kirchhoff off. He's going to have a screen pass. Kirchhoff down the sideline and picks up the first down. What a nice call there.
It was just a beautiful execution of that screen pass, especially knowing what you had to gain.
He gets the ball
in order to
all the
stay
way
in
down
this,
to the
this drive, I really think.
29-yard line, it looks like.
Number 25
brought down by
just
number 16,
was really able to create
Head.
some great space, especially with that stiff arm he gave. Was called by Campbell.
Yeah, timeout called by Campbell, it looks like. Maybe there's an injury on the field. All the players are kneeling down. Not sure what's happening here.
The refs are all meeting. I wonder if they're discussing something. Maybe if they got the first down or not?
Yeah, but I think they definitely got that first down there. Yeah, it's definitely not that.
Oh, it looks like there is an injury on the field possibly.
It's Walker Deal. He's injured again.
Those injuries are really just, fading us in the depth charts there.
Yeah, Deal looks like to have a little bit more of a serious injury than this first quarter one. Just gonna have to take a rest. Make sure he didn't get a serious injury there. Here's Brenda Tabor on the first down. Here's Tabor gonna fake the handoff. Tabor gonna take it himself, but he's met immediately by Campbell.
Brando
that was number 82, Caden Jackson.
That's the danger of running those quarterback sneaks. It really, opens the opportunity up for your quarterback to take big hits that you otherwise wouldn't want them to, and especially with the injuries that are happening now, I really just think that's something
Ball is on the 34-yard line. 2nd down and 15.
It's a 2nd and 15 here for Walton. That was a big tackle from Campbell. Now Walton's in a little bit of a more advantageous situation here. Wide receivers out here.
They don't really have another option but to go with a long pass here in order to keep them on schedule.
They could run here just to make it a little bit closer to their down, but they fake the handoff to Bohr. He's looking long, but it's a little bit high for DC Bruner. It is incomplete.
It's a great pass, just really leading your receiver into it. He overthrew it just a little bit, but you can really see the potential in his arm there.
Yeah, it was the right idea, just a little bit of an overthrown ball there. It's going to be a 3rd and long here for Walton. All right, 3rd and long here for Walton. Here's Tabor. Looking for that screen option. He can't find it. Tabor's going to have to throw it off. It is caught. What a catch by DC Bruner.
Pass is complete to DC
And he
Bruner.
was inbounds. What a play, Lorelei.
Gosh, that was just a great job staying patient in the backfield by the quarterback and just taking your time. And, you know, obviously being on the scramble is very, very hard, but the composure that he was able to keep really just allowed him to see his open receiver down the field.
Oh, Walton's going to have to go for a long pass here. 4th and long. Be a bit of a dicey situation here for the Raiders. Let's see if they can get out of it here. All right, here's Tabor. 3 wide receivers out here for Walton. And it looks like it's going to be a
timeout
called
Raiders.
by Walton. Here, trying to just discuss the play here. So, Lorelei, in this huddle, what do you think they're talking about right now?
I think they're talking about who they're going to give the ball to again, because we established that we can only go with a very long pass here in order to get that first down. It's 4th and 11. I think they're going to go to Bryce Kessler. He's had a few big receptions early in this game, and I think they've realized they can trust him with the ball at this point, and they're trying to figure out how they're going to incorporate him into this next play.
Yeah, also an update, Walker Deal still sitting on the bench, just trying to calm down there from his injury. It's going to be a...
He is not someone you want out on this drive right now.
Yeah, he's a real difference maker.
Shout out to Chad. Big shout out.
Here's 4th and long here for Walton. Now 3 wide receivers out here. It's Bryce Kitzler on the right. DC Bruner on the left. And Grayson Thickers also on the left.
Looks like there's a more one-on-one situation on the far side of the field from us. You can definitely see them going over there.
He escapes the pocket, Tabor, and he is sacked. Unfortunate there, and that will be a turnover on downs for Walton. Looks like that was number 18 for Campbell. Jonathan Pierce with a big sack. He is pumped about it on the sideline.
That's just not a hit you want your quarterback to take. He came up a little shaken up from that, and you really just can't afford to have your quarterback go out with so many injuries. Thankfully, though, they didn't turn over on downs too far into their own territory, which is really, really good here. And hopefully they'll allow the stop of some of the run game and force them to go in their passing game.
All right, here's the second drive here for Campbell. Another great start for the Walton offense. Hopefully they can recover.
A false start on offense.
Yep, it looks like it'll be a false start there. 5-yard loss here for Campbell.
Ball is on the 26-yard line. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 15.
Number 2, Christian Smith here as quarterback for Campbell. They're going to hand it off to Robertson again, but he is stuffed this time. Nice play there for the Walton defense.
Bryce Kissler.
I really like the way the Walton defense was rushing into that pocket and trying to close it up and get to the quarterback. I think right now they really need some explosive plays to get the momentum going in their favor and hopefully to get the ball back.
Here's a 2nd and 14 here for Christian Smith. Smith gonna hand it off again. There's Kurt Robertson to the outside, but great tackle there from Walton.
Walton just did a great job stuffing him down early. I think that is what we were talking about during preventing against the run game. I think that's what they really needed. As you see, everybody was able to shift over and read him early and really get that backfield tackle. And it's going to set him up for about a 3rd and 14, which is going to be a very important play in this game, because if they're able to stop them and make them go for a pass, there's a very good chance that they're able to defend against that.
Yeah, Hollis Gordon
Third
And
down,
Jake
ball
Basulto on that
25-yard
tackle.
line.
Nice play there. Here's a 3rd and long here for Campbell. You know, I think they're going to go for a run here. Kurt Robertson, my apologies, he's been incredible so far.
He has been, but if they don't get the first down, they're going to turn out. Well, I guess they could go on for a 4th down. We'll see. I think this is going to be an interesting play.
Timeout, Spartan.
And it's going to be a timeout here from Campbell, just trying to discuss it here. We have 50 seconds
And
left
at halftime, ladies and gentlemen, stick
in the
around
second
as our
quarter.
second period cheers squad will begin.
What Walton absolutely does not want to happen here is for them to go get a touchdown on this drive, especially with there only being 50 seconds. It would just be a huge momentum shift, especially going into halftime. It's just really going to be hard for them to be down by almost 14 points and not have answered any of them and going into the second half. And Campbell gets the ball in the second half too.
Yeah, that's going to be unfortunate. Right, here comes this Campbell offense for a 3rd and long here. Their 5th play of the game. All right, here's Christian Smith here. Oh, and a big tackle there. It's a sack here for Walton. Nice play there.
Brought down by the sledgehammer. Cal Kirkhoff.
So that was Cal Kirkhoff there, the running back that's been so influential in this game and who actually got hurt a few minutes ago. That was really big seeing him come back and get that tackle. That's what the Walton defense really needed right there.
Yeah, he also plays linebacker. That was a big play there.
Timeout.
It's going to be a 4th and 20 here.
Correction, ball is on the 21-yard line.
That's really going to have to force Campbell into a big pass. I just don't think they trust the run game right now. Walton's done a great job of defending it so far.
Walton called their last timeout here. 39 seconds left in the second quarter. That big defensive stop there from Walton forces them to the 21-yard line. I see DC Bruner at safety.
It's going to be very interesting to see what Campbell does here. I think it could go either way, actually.
Oh, they're going to
Oh,
punt
they're
it.
punting it.
And there's a fair catch at the 39-yard line for Walton here. 35 seconds left. It's still possible to score here. Just got to throw it to the sidelines.
I think if they can score here, it's going to completely change the game right now. Going into halftime ahead by even 1 point
The Raiders
is such
take
a
over.
big deal in this
35
game.
seconds left.
If they can pull that off, they're going to be in a pretty good situation.
1st and 10 on the
Yeah, and that punt there was from
39-yard
Kurt
line.
Robertson. Pretty solid punt there. Getting about 18 yards. Here comes this Walton offense here. Looking to get a score up before halftime. All right, here's Tabor on a 1st and 10 here. Tabor just gonna look for Kirkhoff. Kirkhoff has room and he gets out of bounds. Nice
Randall's
job
pass
there
is
getting out of
complete
bounds,
to
stopping the
Cal
clock at
Kirkhoff.
29 seconds there.
Kirkhoff did a great job there of
And he's
being
got
able to
enough
receive the
for the
pass
first
and get a
down.
bunch of
It'll be 1st and
yardage,
10
but also
on the
getting out of bounds. Because keep
20-yard
in
line
mind,
for
Walton
Raiders.
only has about 30 seconds to work with here.
You're right there. Here's a 1st and 10 here at the 29. Here's Tabor. Gonna do it once again here. Kirkhoff. And he gets tackled. You're gonna have to go quickly.
Unfortunately, Kirkhoff was not able to get out of bounds there, which is going to waste some of their precious seconds, but hopefully they're able to go for maybe another slant pass here and then eventually go for the deep ball that they
Here's
need.
Tabor. He's gonna go long, looking for Kistler, and it is
Did he get it? It looks like he may have gotten it.
incomplete, it looks like. And Kistler is down. A risky play call there. And both the cornerback and Kistler are down.
That was a very gutsy move by the quarterback there. I do like him throwing it up, though, and going ahead and going for that deep ball early.
Nasty scene there. Kistler looks like he got up.
So Walton only has 4 seconds on the clock to work with right now.
And they're too far away from field goal range, so they're going to have to go for another deep pass.
I wouldn't be surprised if they try to go to DC Bruner on this one if he's on the field. Can't tell if he is, though.
There's 4 seconds left in this first half.
All right, 4 seconds left. Injury timeout here. What are you calling for Walton here in
They're
this
down
huddle?
and long for the Walton Raiders.
This is going to be the last play of the first half. How do you think they play this?
I don't think they have an option. They have to go for a deep ball in the end zone. They just don't have time to do anything else. I think their offensive line just has to create as much time as possible for their quarterback to get the ball off and get a good ball off in order to go up by halftime.
Your cornerback able to get up here. Number 17, Blake Settle. Gonna walk back to the sidelines, and here comes the Walton offense on their last play of the first half.
I'm very interested to see how this shakes off. I think this is going to really dictate the momentum for the rest of the game here and kind of set us up for what's going to happen next. I think Walton needs to come away with some form of points here. They only really have to get a touchdown. It's their only option right now.
And yeah, both of the receivers, Walker Deal and Bryce Kitzler, are on the sidelines, still recovering from their injuries. Here is a 3rd and long here for Brando Tabor. All right, here's Tabor. He's going to drop back. He's going to fire. It is incomplete. Throwing into double coverage there. Luckily, no one was injured, and that will bring us to the end of the first half. Lorelei,
that's the end of the first half, ladies and gentlemen.
How do you think Walton played this game so far?
I think they overall did a pretty good job. I think their offense needs to work on finishing those drives. If they get so close to about the 30 to 20-yard line and they end up just not being able to come away with any points there, I think being able to get even a field goal is just going to be vital for them. And then on the defensive side of the ball, Walton's doing a great job of defending the run game. That's what we've been preaching all day here. They're just doing an amazing job. Besides one really long run that was kind of unlucky for them, I think they're winning this game on the defensive side.
Yeah, especially on that defensive side here. Kurt Robertson, they maybe a little stop on that second drive. How do you think they can develop on that?
I think they just need to keep doing that. I think the sack they had was really, really big. If they can just come away with a few more of those. welcome back to the broadcast. I'm here with Sam, who's going to be on color today.
Yeah, made an agreement here. I do color second half. So it's going to be a nice, we'll see how they do Walton here in the second half. Bit of a rocky first half for the offense. Hoping they can bounce back after this halftime. We'll see how they come out, Lorelai.
I just want to give another shout out to our sponsors real quick. The Butler Family Foundation, the Dial Family Foundation, Rohan Law, your best friend on your worst day, Peach Out Power Yoga, the Gott family, and Precision Builds for all your computer needs. They just really help everything go so amazingly here at Walton, and we really just want to say thank you. And if you're interested in sponsoring Walton, just leave a message in the chat and we'll get back to you. So Sam, what adjustments do you think Walton needs to make in the second half in order to come out on top here?
Well, I think on the defense, they've done a pretty good job of stopping the run so far. Haven't been much of a passing defense so far, but we'll see if Campbell relies on that in the second half.
And what players, So Walton started with a punt off pretty early to Campbell. They're going to start the ball in the second half.
That appeared to be an onside kick.
It's a pretty well executed one, actually. Might be sending it back here, I'm not sure.
Yeah, they're just going to redo the play.
Number 5, Ben Raymond, is on the kickoff here. Looks like he attempts the onside kick. The ball doesn't quite complete the 10 yards it needed.
Yeah, unfortunate there, but see how this defense holds up.
So Campbell's going to start off around the 55-yard line, 54-yard line in that area. It's going to give them decent field position. Yes, there is. It's a 55. Dang it. Sorry. 45.
Kurt Robertson here, going to be a big impact player. We'll see how he does here.
Good snap. They're going to hand it to their running back. He is going to get some great yardage there. Fortunately, he's going to score on that one. That was
number 1, Kurt Robertson on the run.
Kurt Robertson on the run there.
Yeah, like I said earlier, Kurt Robertson, a big impact player, making several jukes there on Walton's defense. Looks like there's an injury there on the field, however.
Can't tell exactly who that is. It is a Walton player, it looks like, unfortunately. So with all the injuries that Walton's been having, what do you think their secondaries need to do to really help step up? And
well, I think the secondary really hasn't done much so far. It's been more of a run game here for Walton, but you know, if Campbell decides to rely on the pass, they'll have to step up, definitely. I'd like to shout out some Walton Raiders on the varsity team that came out here after their 42-8 win over Etowah yesterday. Noah Valley appears to be on the sideline there. Nice to see that.
We just love how they come out and support the younger team, and it really helps when they come up to high school. Just helps the transition become so much easier. It's really nice having a group of people that you already know here with such a big school. It's like our Raider is getting up. That is. Oh, looks like it's number 8, DC Bruner. Glad to see he's getting up and walking out.
Yeah, big blow for this Walton offense. He's been, I'd say, the number 1 wide receiver for this team. Going to be disappointing there.
Hopefully he's okay and is able to bounce back quickly.
Looks like they're go for it again.
So Campbell is going to line up and go for it. They did this in the first quarter, in the first half, and they didn't get it, but they are going to complete their run.
Point after is good. That'll make it 14-0 Campbell.
Yeah, Kurt Robertson, he's been the main factor of this Campbell offense, I'd say. He's been, I don't think Campbell has completed a pass yet.
They have not.
They have all gone to Kurt Robertson. Just shows what type of offense they like to run. Also like to shout out our photographer on the sideline, Danny Iser. He does some incredible work. About the same here at this Walton game.
So Walton's going to line up here with 2 people on the backfield on the 30-yard line, hoping to get some really good yardage here. It's what they really need to stay in this game. The score is currently 14-0, and Walton really needs to answer back with some points here. It's a pretty good kick by Campbell. Ball is fumbled around some, which isn't ideal, but we're able to recover it, and around the 43-yard line.
Yeah, number 23, Alex Luke, just
Number 23,
struggles
Alex
to get a
Luke
hold
scoops
of
it
the
up.
ball, able to get onto it and just fall to the ground. That's what
Ball
you
is
need to do if
placed
you want
on
to keep
the
possession.
38-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, Raiders.
So, Sam, how do you think Walton needs to attack this drive here in order to go down and answer with some points here?
Well, I think he tried with the pass offense last drive. I think they just need to play it safe. Just go for the run here. Try to get some yards before you try to do something drastic.
Walton has a lot of receivers on the field and a tight end, which is going to big options here. They decided to go with a run, and he is unfortunately stopped without a gain.
Kirchhoff on the
Cal
run.
Kirchhoff there on that run. It's unfortunate down the middle. Campbell was ready for that.
Loss of 2 yards on the play. Ball is on the 36-yard line. 2nd down and long for the Raiders.
So there's actually a 2-yard loss on that play, which is going to make it 2nd and 12. They're going to go with a handoff again to the running back. He's able to pick up some big yardage here and get a little closer to that 1st down marker.
Hard running to the outside for
Yeah,
Cal
Kirchhoff.
Looks like a gain.
Going right down the middle.
Play. Number 4.
They were expecting a pass since Walton had 4 wide receivers out.
Tackle.
Nice play like all there in the replay. You can see there choking many defenders
Ball
on that
is placed
play.
on the 43-yard line.
Towards the 3rd and 5 here.
So Kirchhoff is going to go out and switch out with number 12. Number 12, Joey Adiami, who actually got injured in the first half again, but before he went out, he had 2 very important plays, had a great pass protection, and also had a big run. Going to a fake handoff and a pass that's completed to number 23.
Yeah, Alex Luke there with a nice catch.
Pass is
Unfortunately,
complete
not
to
enough for the
number
1st
23,
down.
Alex Luke.
Just couldn't get enough room on the outside.
He makes it all
Great
the way
tackle
out to
there,
the
especially from number
45-yard line.
17.
46
Blake
yard
Suttle.
line. It'll be 4th and 2
Believe he was
Raiders.
injured in that 2nd quarter.
Walton's had a lot of injuries this quarter. Hopefully they can get past that, or last quarter.
See what Tabor does here.
Go with a handoff to number 12, and he's unfortunately tackled for a loss.
That will be a turnover on
Turnover
downs.
on down for the
So
Raiders.
Campbell will get the ball back.
It'll be 1st and 10.
Unfortunate there for Walton.
So Sam, what do you think that the defense
Number
needs to
9,
continue
Benjamin
doing well
Basketball on the
for
tackle.
this next drive?
Well, I think you got to focus mainly on those long rushes. Those just can't happen again. We have already seen how dangerous Kurt Robertson is. with 2 touchdowns already on some big runs. Just got to stop that. Campbell hasn't made a single pass so far. I don't think you need to focus on the secondary. You just got to focus on stacking the box here.
Yes. So Walton's going to go with another handout to Kurt Robertson. They just have not thrown the ball at all today.
Yeah, they've been relying heavily on Kurt Robertson. He's been a monster so far. 2 touchdowns. I believe in that first quarter had that big 60-yard rush.
So Campbell's going to line up again. They're spreading out their receivers more on this play. See if they go for a pass. They end up going with another handoff this time, and he's still going. The ball is out, it looks like, and Walton thinks they have it.
Yep, Walton out the football. Nice play there from the Raiders to pop it out on that replay. You can see it looks like it was number 4 Dickers
Fumble on the play. Grayson Dirks
punching
comes
it
up
out.
with It'll be
And Walton
first and
able
10
to recover
Raiders.
there. Nice
Ball
play
is placed
there.
on the 36-yard line.
Just a big bounce back for this defense. They did not go with Kurt Robertson there. They went with their RB2, Todrick Copeland, who fumbled it, unfortunately. See how Walton can answer for the first time in this game.
Walton goes out there. Number 35, Cal Kirchhoff, is back in the backfield with the quarterback. It looks like there may be a false start on the defense there. Offsides on Campbell, it looks like. This is another big pickup for the Raiders here. Fake handoff. They're passing it to number 25. Good completion, but he is tackled for a loss there.
Brando's pass is complete.
That was Bryce Kessler on the reception.
So we're not tackled for a loss, but he
gets it all the way out to the 49-yard line.
But he was pushed back there. We see on the replay. Nice catch there.
Walton Raiders
able to get that first down, and they're about the 49-yard line now.
1st and 10 Raiders on the halfway mark of the field. High snap. They're going to hand it off to Christian Kirchhoff, and he's going to fight to get to the 50-yard line. There is a penalty on the play, though.
Kirchhoff on the run, gain of 1, but there's some yellow laundry on the field. Let's see what the call is.
As our PA announcer says, there's yellow laundry on the field.
Just gotta love making that game interesting. Oh, unfortunately, there looks like there is an injury on the field. Number 25, Bryce Kessler, the guy who just had that amazing reception.
Penalty was against
Also, the
Raiders.
penalty was against Walton. It was holding. I'll drop back about 10 yards.
Raiders are backed up to the 39-yard line. It'll be 1st and 20.
It's going to back the Raiders up to 1st and 20, which is not where you want to be after getting such a great first down.
First.
Yeah, been a lot of injuries so far in this game. We've
Walton.
seen
Raiders.
You've seen Walker Dial with an injury. He's still on the sideline. Hopefully he can come back. And we've also seen DC Bruner injured. We'll see if Kitzler can come back here.
Kessler has actually been injured in the, I believe, first quarter too. So hopefully this is just, he'll bounce back quickly like he did last time. So it's 1st and 20. What do you think the Raiders are going to do here?
Well, 1st and 20 here. I think just go with a run here just to see how the drive goes. Then you can make a decision on whether the pass. Just give it to Kershaw. He'll figure out to make a hole. He'll get some good yards.
Kessler is able to walk off the field, so hopefully he'll be back soon. They're going to go with another run from Cal Kirchhoff. He's going to get a big, big run here. He's tackled for a loss, though.
Cal Kirchhoff on the run.
Yeah, great play from Cal Kirchhoff. Like I said before, just try to get an early run, not tackle for a loss, but able to get a 3-yard gain there.
They're going to go with another run here. Looks like he's able to get to about the 45. He's going to make it 2nd and 15.
Takes Brando's handoff. Gets to the 46-yard line.
The board is wrong. It is actually 3rd and 13.
3rd and 3.
You're just having some... Oh, wait,
no, 3rd and 13.
They're just having some difficulties up there. Timeout is called here from Walton.
Timeout, Walton.
That is going to be their first timeout of the half.
Looks like the clock was running there for a little bit.
Hopefully they'll figure that out quickly.
Yeah, I believe it was 2:21 remaining when they called that timeout.
Definitely don't want to lose those few seconds.
2 minutes, 17 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Score is 14-0. Campbell Spartans.
Well, it looks like they're going to just keep the time, just going to ignore it.
While we're taking a break, go
Unfortunately.
ahead. You guys can take.
Never mind. I stand corrected.
So, Sam, what do you think they're talking about in this huddle as to attack the next play?
Well, I think it's a 3rd and short here. You could potentially go for a run from Kirchhoff, but I think a screen is in order here for Walton. Just trying to get that easy first down here.
Definitely.
Here at 3rd and long, going to be just try to get some extra yards, maybe get like a 4th and 4, a little bit more manageable.
Just want to stay on schedule here. It's like there are 3 receivers on the field right now. A long pass here to number 14, and it's, looks like it's intercepted.
Yep, that will be intercepted. Number 17, Blake Sertle there. It is bobbled.
Spartans will take over
Walton,
on the 23-yard line,
McKinney,
1st and 10.
Bobbling it, and you can't do that.
Gosh, that's
unfortunate. See on the replay, it was a great throw, perfect pass, but it was just bobbled. And Campbell now in great position to close out this game.
Gosh, that's just something you don't want to happen right now. But hopefully the Raiders will come up with a big stop and be able to bounce back quickly.
Agreed.
Thank you, Dave Iser, for the ice-cold Diet Coke. It's very refreshing.
Looks like they're going to be lining up around the 24-yard line. Oh, looks like there might be a fumble. Walton thinks they have it.
Looks like they do, and that's a fumble.
Whoa!
Raiders.
A fumble there from Kurt Robertson. I guess both of the running backs have to fumble at some point.
It's a big turnover
Raider
there.
ball, 1st and 10.
On that replay, just looks like it was punched out there, and a nice recovery from Walton.
Cal Kirchhoff with the recovery.
You know, these these last 2 plays, an interception and then a fumble. Been pretty crazy so far.
Yes. So with this great field position that Walton now has, what do you think they need to do to eventually score those 7 points that they so desperately need right now?
Well, again, just try to go safe with the run. They're 2 minutes in the 3rd quarter. They're not necessarily in a rush, but they just try to get score sooner than later at this point.
Looks like there's another injury on the field.
Looks like there's an injury timeout on the field.
I think it's a Spartan.
I think that's the 10th injury timeout we've had in our lives.
We've had a lot of them. It's very unfortunate.
Yeah, pretty unusual for middle school football. It's usually a little bit more cleaner.
Oh, it looks like it was number 23 on the Walton team. That's going to be Alex Luke, but he looks like he's walking off pretty okay.
Yeah, Luke been a pretty good wide receiver for us so far, having a couple of big catches as a wide receiver, 3.
Gosh, Walton's offense is just really going through it today.
Walker Deal, Bryce Kitzler, and now Alex Luke.
And DC Bruner at one point, too.
And DC Bruner, yes. It's been horrific for Walton so far. Empty backfield for Tabor, it looks like.
There are a lot of receivers on the field right now. Very, very dispersed, so look for a pass. He's going to pass to number 34, Cal Kessler, or
Cal Kirkhoff.
Yeah, Kirkhoff.
Cal Kirkhoff.
Yeah, you know, they did a lot of screens to Cal Kirkhoff so far.
Gets the ball out.
Pretty much all their screens have been the
1 yard
Kirkhoff.
gain.
He's done pretty solid so
line.
far
Brought
on
down
those
by
screens.
number 1, Kurt Robertson.
But
Who else do you think they need to get involved in this game in order to progress forward across, on the field?
well, I think DC Bruner's got to get just a little bit more involved. I mean, he's not getting consistent starting time, but when he does start, he makes a big impact. I think he should be more involved here.
Cal Kirkhoff is back in the backfield now. He's going to go to a fake handoff, give him plenty of time, and it's going to be so close to being intercepted, but we got lucky there.
Yeah, it was tipped. Looking for DC Bruner, as I said before.
It'll bring up 3rd down.
After it was tipped, he nearly caught it with a diving catch, but just couldn't hold on to it.
1 minute, 13
Gosh, imagine if that was complete. That would have been such a game-changing moment.
Agreed.
Such a cool play, too.
But now I think they're going to have to pass it here again.
Yes. It's 3rd and 10. Not exactly where you want to be, but I think they've been able to convert a few times, so I think they can do it again here. Great pass. Fortunately, it's number 67 is not able to come down with that.
Pass is incomplete.
And that was number 1, Kurt Robertson. He's playing in the backfield, in the secondary for this Campbell defense. Just swatted that out. He's been everywhere.
Just incredible athleticism from that guy. So Sam, what do you think their plan on this drive is going to be?
Well, here this timeout
Walton.
from Walton again. Here, 1 timeout remaining. I mean, it's a tough position here. 4th and 10 here. You're on the outside of the red zone, but it's just going to be a little bit difficult here to maneuver here. They're going to have to get a touchdown on this drive. If they don't, it's going to be pretty much over, most likely.
Never say never, but I do agree with you. It's going to be hard to come back from that. Hopefully they follow in the steps of our varsity team and are more of a 4th quarter team.
Yeah, our varsity Raiders, they've been just the second half monsters. I mean, they scored, even though their last game, they scored 35 points in the 2nd quarter versus Etowah, but Etowah isn't such a great team.
Yeah, but especially against Roswell and Marietta, they really just attacked in that the late end of the game, and we're able to come back a little bit, make them close. Looks like there's 4 receivers on the field right now. We're going to go with a fake handoff, and the quarterback is going to take it himself, and he is tackled.
Staying on business is Jonathan Pierre with the big sack, and that's another turnover on downs. The 4th one today for the Walton Raiders. They've just not been able to convert on offense so far.
Turnover on downs. Spartans take over. It'll be 1st and 10 Campbell.
Luckily for us, our defense hasn't been on the field as much as we thought they would be, so they're relatively fresh.
Yeah, I'd say so, but especially for this Walton offense, these injuries have been devastating.
Yes. High snap. They're going to give it to number 4, who's going to be brought down. Still going. Tackled in the backfield.
Yeah, Roman Tuttle there, getting his first handoff of the
Number 4,
game.
Roman Tuttle.
Could be
on
a
the
tackle
run.
for a loss, however.
Gets stopped
Here
by
on
a
that
host of
replay.
Raiders.
Great
Ball
play
is on the
from Jake
20-yard line.
Basulto there
2nd
on
and
that
12.
push. Nice play there.
Spartans are lining up on the 20-yard line. It is 2nd and 12. Good snap. They're going to give it to their star running back here. And he's still going. Is going to be brought down around the 41.
Number 1,
Yeah,
Kurt
just
Robertson
incredible
on
from
the
Kurt
run.
Robertson to get to the outside. He's already out of easily over 100 yards this game. They run into him every time. Just incredible to see for this Campbell offense. In varsity, they haven't done so good this year. It's struggling at 3 and 6. Gonna be nice to see that a prospect will be there in 2 years.
Yes. And that is going to finish the 3rd quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter, ladies and gentlemen. We'll flip the field and be here.
So, Sam, what do you think that Walton really needs to do to stop Kirk Richardson? Or
Well, Kurt Robertson, that's what his name is. He's been, let's just say, incredible this 3rd quarter. Having a touchdown early in that big run we just saw
Big
before.
shout out to the best
He's been
team.
incredible so far. I mean, Walton's done an okay job of trying to stop him, especially in that 2nd quarter, but he's definitely got the advantage here.
Walton's pretty hit or miss on if they're able to stop him. It's 1st and 10 as the Raiders line up here. Kurt Robertson returns in the backfield, so we'll see if they give him the ball again. If they do not, they go with someone new who is able to pick up a few yards. That is number 3, Raiden Gray.
Yeah, right
Number
Gray
4
there on
on the
that
run,
jet
Roman
sweep.
Tuttle.
The first play outside of a normal run, it's the jet sweep. Still technically considered a pass because they're passing it forward, but
2nd down and 5.
I wouldn't really consider that a pass.
More of a run, if anything.
Yeah.
It's going to bring them to 2nd and 15. Good snap. They're going to go back to Kurt Robertson.
He's got that first down
Yep.
there. Well, what
On
a
the
stiff
run,
arm
Roman
there.
Tuttle.
I don't know if you saw that, but he stiffed armed the guy to
Gets
his
enough
right.
for the 1st down. Ball is
Able
on the
to get
30-yard line.
himself to the
1st and 10
down.
Campbell.
Incredible play there. Just gonna comfort Campbell fans to know they have a prospect within 2 years. That'll help their 3-6 team.
Yeah, they're gonna do it, but Campbell's been doing all right. They're pretty good. I think we had some trouble with them a few years ago. Going to be a short gain, if any.
On the run, number 4, Roman Stuttle. On the tackle, number 79, Sam Herbert.
It's going to bring it to 4th down.
Second down and 10, it looks like.
On the run, number 1, Kurt Robertson. Short gain on the play. 3rd down and 8.
Smith here for a 3rd and 8. Gonna hand it off to Robertson. Robertson is gonna be stopped. Nice play there from Walton. That'll be a 4th down play there.
Walton's just really struggling to take
Short
him down.
run on the
They're
play.
figuring out how to tackle him, so
Brings
that's
up
good.
4th
But
down and short.
Yeah, it looks like number 54 on that play, Gunnar Burns, on that big tackle there on Kurt Robertson. It's gonna be a 4th and short here for Campbell, trying to close this game out here. 4 minutes and 40 seconds left in the 4th quarter. All right, here's Christian Smith here. On a 4th down, he's gonna hand off to Robertson.
He's
Robertson
still going.
breaks tackles. Robertson
Gosh.
is into the end zone for the touchdown.
That's Robertson's 3rd touchdown of the day.
on the run,
He scored
first
all the
touchdown.
points for Campbell right now. He also was the one who got that 2nd down or the 2-point conversion earlier in the game. He's just been unstoppable right now.
Touchdown number 3 there.
Okay. Looks like the Spartans are going to go for that 2-point conversion again. They're really liking that.
Indeed. See what they do here. They're gonna hand it off to Robertson. He pushes, but a great stand from Walton. He is short.
Point after is no good.
But Walton's been pretty good on defending that 2-point conversion. They've stopped another one earlier in the game, but unfortunately they just
Score
can't
is 20
stop
to 0.
Robertson.
Campbell.
Hopefully they can go and drive down the field and get another touchdown. They just really need some points to stay in this game.
And guess what? There's another entry on the field. That's number 12 of the game. Just, wow.
The injury bug's really getting them today.
Shout out to our Walton Raiders on the sideline from our varsity team, Noah LaValle and Danny Izard. Danny Izard does some incredible work here for JV and middle school games. Shout out to him.
He just takes some incredible pictures on the sidelines.
Yeah, and also shout out to our entire crew here for their incredible job they've done so far.
Looks like the injured Spartan is able to get off the field. Hope he'll make a really quick recovery. Just hate to see people getting hurt.
Yeah, especially because that's been the 12th injury of this game.
Yes. Especially people so young, it's just scary to think that they might have an injury that can take them out. But hopefully it doesn't look like that's the case, so we're all good.
Left here, there's Kyle Kirkhoff to receive, and DC Bruner.
I think both of those guys are really reliable in the backfield. I don't think many of them have bobbled anything. I just think they're very strong hands there.
Number 6, Aaron Hayes here to kick it off for Campbell. There's the kick. It is low. That's returning for DC Bruner. Bruner just going to be met immediately at the 35.
Bruner does a great job of going up to get that ball before it can bounce and really eat him up.
Ball is being placed on the 35-yard line.
That can be a lot of trouble if it's able to bounce and get behind you.
Here, Walton just trying to pad the stats here. Just get a quick touchdown.
Yes. Hey, you never know. They can make a really good comeback here. Story of the century, right?
Maybe.
I'm here for it.
All right, here's the first and 10 here for Brando Tabor. Here's Tabor, gonna hand it off to Kirkhoff, and he's met immediately at his number 66, Tahaji Hankerson. Big tackle there.
Something I really want to see Walton do on this drive is go back to those short passes to Kirchhoff. I think that's going to be really important in getting this offense going.
Yeah, here with 4 minutes left in this fourth quarter, nearly over in this game. Four wide receivers out here for Walton here. Here's DeBoer, just gonna hand it off again to Kirkhoff. Kirkhoff, nice stiff arm, and oh, a big tackle there.
Kirkhoff did a great job reading the field there and being able to get around those defenders that were really coming into the pocket early.
Blake Suttle on that big tackle. Here's a 3rd and long here for the Raiders.
2nd and 13 there. I think they have to make a pretty long pass and able to stay in this game for a little bit longer.
Here's a 3rd and long here for Walton. Oh, and somebody jumped there. Looks like that was number 74, or sorry, number 77, Taylor Perkins, jumping offside there.
Walton's just been doing a great job with making them go off sides or go into that neutral zone. They've just been phenomenal in that part of the offense.
The 5-yard penalty, still 3rd down here.
I think that is Campbell's 6th penalty of the day.
Here's Tabor, gonna look long, and it's caught. Kistler with a nice catch, and that is a 1st down for Walton.
It was just a great job of reading the field and finding your open targets there. Here we see on that replay, wide open Kistler. Nice play there. Looks like Brandon Kistler's coming off the field there, limping a little bit. Hope he's okay.
There's a 1st and 10 here for Brandon Tabor. Tabor dropping back. He's going to throw a little bit high for his receiver, number 4, Grayson Dickers.
He just misses Dickers by just a little bit, and if he was able to complete that pass, it would have been really, really big for the offense here. But I think they can still try something else, go at it, and get that 1st down that they need.
All right, 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in this game. Nearly over. Second and 10 here. He's gonna hand it off with a double handoff. There's a nice one from Dickers to the outside. Dickers down the sideline, breaking tackles, and he gets out to about the 27-yard line. What a play call, Lorelei.
That's what I was talking about earlier when I was talking about creative plays make such a difference. The double handoff really just confuses the defense and thinks they're going one way, so they'll all shift and opens up a big space for number 4 to run in. It's just great play calling, and he was able down the field to break some tackles too, which allowed him to gain a little more yardage.
Yeah, maybe they can score a touchdown here, Lorelei. I was wrong. Let's see. All right, here's DeBoer.
Another double handoff.
Oh! Like DC Bruner down the sideline. Bruner going in circles for some reason. Did not get the first down. I think he was a little bit confused there.
Despite his confusion at the end, he did another great job of being patient and just reading the field. Reading the field is such an important talent for any player to have because it allows you to see where you need to go in order to get the maximum amount of yardage you can get.
Don't know why he went backwards there, but Walton have a second and short here. Here's DeBoer. He's going to take it himself, DeBoer, and he will get the first down, it looks like. They'll give it to him.
Walton's run game is really getting activated here in the last 1 minute and 30 seconds. It's really impressive.
Here's they move the sticks here, stops the clock. We have time for another play.
Walton is approaching field goal range, so hopefully they'll get some points on the board at least.
I'd say field goal range is about the 15.
15, yeah.
All right, here's Brandon DeBoer on another first down. He's going to take it himself. He's going to
pass
walk long.
DeBoer.
It is dropped. It looks like number 4, Grayson Dickers, threw the double coverage, and he is disappointed after that.
Brandon DeBoer
Pass
is
incomplete,
displaying his arm right
but
now.
there is a
such
flag
a good
on the
arm.
play.
He's able to really get that ball downfield really quickly, and he's also able to get the ball out quickly, which is something that's really, really important in this game.
And guess what? There's another injury timeout. That's number 13 on the day. I mean, come on. 13 injury timeouts? This is unheard of.
I mean, this far in the season, everybody's playing a little banged up. Everyone's playing a little bruised. It's natural for there to be more, but this many is kind of scary, honestly. Definitely hoping everyone's okay.
Yeah, it's a double coverage there. Just great play from Grayson Vickers. I think he held onto the ball, but it got punched out there.
Those balls are hard to come down with, especially with two people just kind of collapsing on you and trying to swat it away with everything they've got.
Especially in middle school, it's really hard. Looks like he will be getting up and returning to the sideline.
The Walton offense is just really taking a beating today, but I'm liking that we're seeing more of the depth chart in this game. It's kind of showing what they have to work with, in our next few years with them.
Yeah, it looks like there was also a little bit of a penalty there. It's going to be first and goal, the first time the Raiders are in the red zone today. Nice.
It'll be first and goal for the Walton Raiders on the 8-yard line.
We were talking about earlier how they have been getting close to the red zone. They haven't been getting in it, but they also haven't been finishing their drives. I think this is really when we're going to see if they can make that adjustment.
All right, here's first and goal at the 8-yard line. Here's DeBoer dropping back. DeBoer, he's got fire. It is caught. DC Bruner, what a catch. That is the son of
Pass
Coach
is complete
Bruner.
to DC Bruner.
I'm liking that they're getting DC Bruner more
Ball is on
involved
the
in this game.
6-yard
That's what
line,
Sam was talking
second
about
down
earlier,
and
and
goal.
they've really been doing a great job. And as they've getting him more integrated into the game, they've been coming up with a lot more yardage. I think that's really something to pay attention to.
Let's see if they can get one final touchdown to end this game. The clock is ticking here. Here's DeBoer. They're just going to hand it off to Kirchhoff, and that is a disaster. The coach is hands over his head.
Unfortunately, that run didn't work, but I mean, not everything can be successful, but hopefully they'll go back at it and be able to punch this one in for at least one touchdown on the game.
Looks like a timeout was called. Looks like on the Raiders.
It's going to be Walton's second timeout.
Third and goal from the 9-yard line.
Well, for fans joining us, thank you for watching. for this entire game. If you've been watching this entire game, we thank you.
It's really great to support our junior Raiders because they all are the future of the Walton program, which will hopefully just keep getting better and better.
Here, an update on your varsity team here. Our playoff chances here. We are at the 4th seed in our region here at 5-4. We're gonna have to get, North Cobb is gonna have to lose, and we're gonna have to beat North Paulding if we want to have another broadcast here for our playoff home game if we want it. But we've locked ourselves into the playoffs for sure. All right, here's Brandon Tabor. Snap. They're gonna hand it off to Bruner. DC Bruner is not gonna get the first down, it looks like.
They're just loving
Gain
that
of 1
double
on the
handoff,
play.
and I'm loving it too because it's just creating so much confusion on the defense. That one didn't necessarily work
4th
because I think
and
they're
goal.
catching on a little bit, but I think their usage of that in the end of the game is great, and I hope they continue that in their next game.
All right, here's the last play of the game here. 4th and goal here, trying to get one last touchdown. Here's Tabor. He's dropping back. Tabor out of the pocket. Tabor, he will be sacked. And this game is over. That is number
66 to Haji Hankerson.
To Haji
on
Hankerson,
the sack.
his 2nd sack of the game. And this game is over, unfortunately.
It's just heartbreaking for the Raiders who really put it all on the line there. They've had about 13 injuries of various players. Not all of them have been on Walton, but most of them. And they really just tried their hardest to get one final touchdown that didn't end up happening for them.
We thank our crew here for an amazing broadcast here. We're just going to take a knee to end this game off. This game is over. Campbell beats Walton. The Walton 7th graders 20-0 here.
And that's the
Carlisle.
game, ladies and gentlemen.
What do you think is
Campbell
the big takeaways
gets the
from that
win,
second half for
20
Walton?
I
to
think
nothing.
the biggest takeaway I have is Walton just isn't able to finish their drives. They get really, really close, and they just kind of fall apart at the end, and that is something that they really, really need to work on in practice next week going into their future games.
Yeah, especially with that, there's execution. How do you think the defense handled the running ability of Kurt Robertson?
I think they did pretty well. They were able to get some stops on him and, even came up with a few sacks and even a takeaway at the end there. But just allowing him to have the space that they did was just detrimental to the game.
All right, that's going to be it for us here. Walton Raiders is 12:44 p.m. Eastern Time here as we end this game off. 20-0 loss here. Signing off, I'm Sam Visconti.
I'm Lorelai Gunnels.